Hello, welcome to the Artesia Irrigation Guide video. These are some short videos to help you with small tasks in maintaining the upkeep of your irrigation system. This is going to show you how to raise any head that is too low in the ground. You can also use this to straighten any heads that are crooked. As you can see here, the head is having troubles reaching above the grass as it is too low in the ground. We're going to begin by cutting the grass around the head in a circular shape. We are now going to pull up the grass to expose the dirt and the head underneath. We're going to follow that by loosening the dirt in the hole and removing any dirt necessary. Now that all the dirt has been loosened, we are able to move the head freely. There are 3 pivot points to a swing joint: the street elbow, the corner of the swing joint, and the shaft of the swing joint. These are going to allow you to raise and lower the head as necessary. In order to hold the place, you're going to place some dirt underneath the swing joint. Don't place rocks, it can cause breakage. And then that's going to allow the head to have something to rest on and hold it up in its new position. The new level should be at the same level as the ground. As you can see now, the new head is reaching well above the grass and it's going to give us full coverage. When identifying a dirty nozzle, it can present in 2 ways: no water coming out or a very low flow of water coming out. In order to clean them, you're going to need something to clamp the nozzle. You can either use an alligator clamp or some vice grips. This will prevent the nozzle from going back into the ground once you've turned off the water. We will first begin by unscrewing the top of the nozzle. This is your filter. As you can see, this filter is extremely dirty and caked with mud. To clean the nozzle, you're going to need a pail of water and a toothbrush. Begin by detaching the filter and then scrub it with the toothbrush to remove any dirt or debris. You may need to continue scrubbing and rinsing in order to remove all the debris from the little notches in the filter. As you can see here, all of the dirt has been removed from the filter and it is ready to be clipped back into the nozzle. We will now screw the nozzle back onto the head for operation. Ensure that the white dotted lines or any indicator of flow is facing the direction that you desire. There are 2 ways to manually operate your system. We are going to show you both now. The first one is using your wob board. Hi guys, this is Nikki with the Artesia Irrigation team. I'm going to show you how to run your house using the wob board. Okay, so initially we have 3 options for our switches. We've got auto, which is far left. We've got off, which is the middle. And then we also have on, which is the far right. Okay, so this top one is going to correspond with your master valve. Now that means that your master valve has to be in the on position for you to water manually. Each of these following switches correspond with the zones in your house. I can see here that this house has 4 zones, as the last wire corresponds with the number 4. So in order to turn on a zone, you're going to need your master valve on the on position. Okay, and then following that, the zone you would like on, we're going to also turn that one into the on position. Now you're going to have water. When you're done manually watering, ensure that your switches are back in the auto position, not in the off position. If they are in the off position, they will not run as scheduled and your irrigation will be off. Okay, so we're gonna put them back on auto position, and that is how to run your irrigation through the wall board. Okay, so this is the other configuration that your wall board can be. Unlike this one, the on-off auto words are actually at the bottom. Now your master valve is gonna be in the same spot, so right next to those words. So we're gonna turn on our master valve, and then we're gonna turn on the corresponding zone that we would like on. The first step in running your irrigation manually from your valves is turning on the master valve. Hi guys, so this is part of our manual operation video. So there's two possible configurations for your POC. Okay, you're gonna need to make sure that your valve in your POC is in the on position in order to run the other valves for your zones manually. So this is an ARAD. Okay, this is one of the configurations you might run into. So in order to change this from automatic to manual operation, right below the solenoid here is a toggle switch. This toggle switch, when in the sideways position, is on auto, so that's gonna run with your scheduled irrigation. When you use this toggle switch, flip it into the up position, that's gonna allow you to water your system manually. Again, sideways in the auto position, you will not be able to run your irrigation manually. Flip it up so it's straight up and down, and now you will be able to run it manually. Hi guys, this is another part to the manual operation of your irrigation system. So this is another configuration that you can find in your POC. This is an electric valve instead of an ARAD or vice versa. So if you go into your POC to manually operate and your solenoid is already in the on position on the toggle switch, then you don't need to do anything and you can continue to run your irrigation system from the other valve box. Again, this will be in your POC. All right, so another option for the electric valve configuration in your POC is that you open your POC and the electric valve is in the off position. So in order to run it manually, you're gonna need to take the toggle switch, put it into the on position, and then continue to run manually as instructed in the next video. Hi guys, so I'm gonna go over running your irrigation manually from your valves. So this is your valve box. This contains your valves for your zone. Each valve is a different zone. When you want to manually operate your zone, you have two options for running it. You can either use the toggle switch attached to the solenoid, or you can use the bleed screw. So to run your switch using the indicator at the solenoid, we're going to go to this little on-off toggle switch. Never turn this circle piece. Just turn your toggle switch. So to do that, we're just gonna crank it, open it, and then your toggle switch will now be in the on position. That's how to run that zone using your solenoid. Okay, we're gonna turn that back off. This is option 2. This is a bleed screw. It's attached to your tower. Do not turn this big valve right here, just the bleed screw. So we're just gonna turn that. We see a little water coming out. The valve is going to engage, and that's going to turn your zone on manually. That's how to run your irrigation valve manually. A dirty disc filter can result in reduced pressure to your system and reduced efficiency. Hi guys, this is Nikki with the Artesia Irrigation team. We're going to go over how to clean your disc filter. So we're going to start here in the POC. This stands for point of connection. This is your water tie into the main water system. We're going to want to close this red and white valve to isolate the system from the water. So once this is fully closed, we're gonna go over onto our disc filter. Hi guys, here at the disc filter. So we're gonna start by bleeding any excess pressure we have left in the disc filter. This is just gonna allow you to unscrew this easier. So once we bleed this, and the pressure goes down, we're gonna be able to turn this large black circle right here. We're gonna have to wait. Relieving the pressure on your disc filter can take anywhere from a few seconds to a couple minutes. So just be patient as this increases ease when unscrewing the disc filter. Okay, so we're just gotta be patient as the pressure is relieving, just so we can be able to crank this by hand. So once the pressure has relieved enough, you should be able to unscrew this center ring. Okay, that will then pull apart the entire filter. So now that we have this fully unscrewed, this top piece can come off together, okay? This is your disc filter. Now it can easily be cleaned with a toothbrush and a bucket of water, okay? And then now, putting it back together, we want this section with the indent to be at the bottom. So we're just gonna place it in, it's gonna fit very loosely, okay? We're gonna ensure that our O-ring is still attached here, and then we're just gonna place it on top and screw it back in. You don't need to use any tools for this. It'll just be a hand tighten, as the pressure will ensure it seals. So once you have it hand tightened all the way, you're gonna close your bleed screw, and we're gonna go back over to the POC to unisolate. This next part of the video is gonna show you how to check if you're getting water to your system. Hi guys, this is Nikki with the irrigation team. We're just gonna go over how to make sure that you're getting water to your irrigation system. So we're back in the POC. We have 2 isolation valves and a check valve. So these should be all the way turned to the left, so you can't turn them anymore. That means they are open. To check if you have water, we're gonna turn this one to the left, and you should see water spill out the valve. So we know that there's water getting from our main line into your irrigation system. You're gonna wanna close this to stop the water from coming out and leave that closed. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed our short instructional video.